Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? Welcome on into the channel. This is WagWorksGA, which you probably saw when you clicked on it or looked at your Twitch on your computer or phone or tablet. But hey, welcome on in. I'm Jeff. You can also call me Wags. And yeah, this is WagWorksGA. Here we do art. So I'm half of a creative team, WagWorks, with my wife Ashley. She's the A, I'm the G. That's right, Jeff with a G. And we like to work on comics, especially kids comics. So you'll be seeing that tonight. If you've been watching for a chunk of the last, oh gosh, month, 2 months, you've seen us working on our 4-page comic that will be a part of the Kids Comics Studio Anthology. Alexi! Whoa! How early is it for you? I have not seen you on this early. Well, welcome on in. How's it going? It's good to see you. 5 a.m. That's early. Dawn just started. Holy moly. I would say that time is largely unknown to me, except not today, my friend. Today I was up at 5 o'clock with a child. So I understand. You haven't slept? Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Are you good? Excuse me, my goodness. Pardon my nervousness. I'm Batman. Okay. I mean, that is a valid reason to be up at 5 a.m., I would say. Yeah, the other reason is a kid who's having trouble sleeping. Or another one, which is me. That is why my title for today's stream is Only Mostly Dead. But continuing on our CoreToons comic, I'm a little bit wiped out. But I got my coffee. I feel like I've got my 10 o'clock wind. I'm good. I think I'm good. If I start just speaking utter gibberish, please tell me. Janos, oh my gosh, it's been so long. How you doing, bud? Oh my gosh, this is amazing. What a night. We're already off to a great start. I've been thinking about you. How you been doing, Janos? It has been a long time. I was getting worried. Respectfully. Excellent. This is great. Oh my gosh. Let's like getting the band back together. Super exhausted. Understandable. Is like is it regular life stuff, work, different things. Lots happened. Same. Same. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Yeah, I sadly have not had any googly eye discussion. I have no excuse for not having googly eyes yet. I've been meaning to get them for stream just for this moment, and I failed. And I'm sorry. But I'm happy you're here, and we can have good discussion instead. And that'll be awesome. So what's been up? You chose to come to watch the stream instead of talking to a friend who was calling? I am very flattered. Thank you, Alexei. Also, I totally understand if you want to talk to your friend. That's cool. The WagWorks. Oh my gosh. You guys. Yeah. I mean, if I could just frame that and send it to Twitch, maybe that would be enough to bring me to affiliate. I don't know. But I like having you here, and I'm happy to be here with you guys, and that's awesome. Congratulations. You moved states. You're married. Oh, well, thank goodness. That's a relief. I'm glad that it was not cancerous. Yeah, that is a lot of stuff, my friend. So congratulations on being married. I hope it's been wonderful for you. And I hope you're enjoying your new state as well. And yeah, very, very relieved for you guys. That was a bit of a ride. It was, yeah. No wonder you have been exhausted. That's a lot of stuff going on. Ah, wow. Wow. Yeah, that's super cool. Through this all, have you managed to keep up with your art? Because I know that you've been super passionate about it and always trying to grow and expand. I hope you've been able to enjoy that as a common thread as well. Mostly chilling, aggressively large quotations. Yeah, fair. Absolutely fair. By the way, happy to have you here. Yeah, so I was just kind of doing my intro spiel. Otherwise, just saying, we're gonna keep on working on some comics tonight. I just submitted, Ashley and I submitted last week, not last week, Sunday, our submission to an anthology that we're going to be in as part of our kids comics studio group community. Nice, keeping up with the art, a lot less than you desire. That's nice. That's good. Yeah. Sometimes finishing more, starting less is good. In my headcanon, your romance with your wife will have started with you asking if you could draw her. That's we're gonna tie it back to that story. Well, honestly, it's a pretty good meet cute as well if you think about it. You feel like you need to go do something crazy before you come back in. You don't have to. You are always welcome here, even if you're like, last week I just kind of chilled out. Please don't wag a can handle. It's true. It's true. Life has been plentiful of excitement for us. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we all done with the anthology project, so that's exciting. Ashley ended up like feverishly hand lettering the whole thing on Saturday when we realized that like it had to be an open source font and not a not just one that we had purchased and had the royalty or the rights to use. So that was exciting, but we got there. Got through all the fun of CMYK conversion for print. That was something. My 5-year-old brother got Snapchat and it's been giving me multiple aneurysms. Oh my god. A 5-year-old with Snapchat, I can't even imagine. Yeah, our kids are in the neighborhood of the low double digits, and we're not doing phones for them at this point in time. You've learned something valuable lately. Okay. I am listening. While we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a warm-up card just to keep things moving while we're having our conversation. So you know the drill with these guys, right? Pokemon cards. I pick 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever, and then I randomly draw one to do our warm-up with. Please share respectfully. And what do we got? We got Ekans. All right. That's a good one. So we will get ourselves on over to Art View. You have fantastic taste in food, which I think that can be pretty important, honestly. Hop over to Art View. Pew! You've only just learned this? All right, let me pull up our reference real quick for this as well while I'm doing all the things. Okie dokie, drop that on into our canvas. Put in the name, as you do. Can I mail you my cooking so you can rate it? Oh, wow. Oh, you needed to get a new car too. All your friends have terrible taste. It pains you. That's pretty funny. An unfortunate way to have to learn that, but pretty funny nonetheless. All right, I'll move this guy, label my layers. The Janus lore drop is insane. Seriously, I don't really know how much more epic this can get. But you, my friend, have been through it. That is for certain. Yeah, holy moly. Okay, here's this. All right, I think we're about ready to start our warm-up. Walking legend at this point. I mean, more or less, yes. I can't argue with that. Get a timer ready. I also got a new dog. Yes, that also counts. What's the dog's name? Respectfully. Aspen. Oh, I love that name. That's really cute. A German puppy. Aww. Well, that's awesome as well. Wow. Wow. Man, you keep it exciting, that's for sure. For anybody else who's watching, who's not accustomed to warm-ups, I'm just going to spend 5 minutes sketching a Pokemon. And I encourage you to draw too, because it's fun. And yeah, this is going to be a quick little warm-up. Nothing super finished. In fact, nothing even close to finished. I'm going to start the timer now, and I'm going to talk while I'm doing it. German Shepherd puppies are adorable, and that's super cool. You are literally in the monotony, so you won't complain about your eventful life. Yeah, that really, you know, it escalated quickly, I guess we'd say. Okay. Great start. Immediately undoes first strokes. Good deal. I'm sorry if it looks like I'm losing my mind. I haven't slept. That's okay. That'll make two of us. We can lose our minds together. You're a fellow WAG enjoyer. I assumed you don't have a mind. There's the wit. There it is. This is what we've come to expect, but that was not what I intended to do. Stop rotating my canvas. There you go. Okay. That might work. Aspen's got, look at this. Look at this happy chat family. I am heartwarmed. That's not a word, is it? That didn't quite work for me. That's okay. Heartwarmed. I'm gonna say heartwarmed. I'm heartwarmed. My heart has been warmed. So, if you're wondering exactly what I am doing with this Pokemon, I always like to draw my warm-ups with sleeping Pokemon, and there's a few reasons for that. You know them if you've been here, and I apologize for the repetition if you have been here. But one is because it's an easy constraint that helps me get started on the drawing quicker instead of figuring out what I want to do. And another one is because they're cute. And the third and final reason is that I kind of have started getting a collection of finished sleeping Pokemon art, and why not just build out the collection? Who doesn't love that? Your car hit a very bad string of luck or multiple strings. Oh no. So yeah, I'm trying to remember, Janos, the last time that you were in here. How long has it been, actually? So it kind of has this little bit like that. And there's the ring around the neck there. You know, the nice thing about a Pokemon that's essentially a set of curved lines is that it sure doesn't take a crazy amount of time to sketch it. And that's great. In Arabic, we say, "You made my heart cold," since it's already so hot here, and we prefer the cold. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Or maybe "chilled my heart" is a better translation. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I guess growing up in central Wisconsin, warming is valuable and perhaps life-saving. This isn't, you know what? This is going all right. This one's going all right, guys. Actually, maybe I'll put that band. It's not even a different color. Put that like over here just to get a little variety in it. I misfired twice. Once was just a fault in the fuel. The second we needed to replace the spark plug. It then decided, hey, you know what's fun? Let's just suddenly accelerate into the back of my father-in-law's brand new... Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, the acceleration, that's a real problem. On second thought, maybe we should have just folded at the misfire. Well, right, but you don't want to be like, oh, it's, you know, had one little thing and I just give up immediately, right? Like, I get the point of sticking with it. I had a car. That's timer. I'm just gonna clean up this little bit right here. Okay, that works. That's a decent start. I'm pretty happy with that one. Yeah, I had a car in college. We've gotten it used, of course, and at one point, because I gotten it in Wisconsin, and apparently they hadn't done a great job of getting the underside cleaned frequently through the winter, which, if you're not familiar, they salt the roads frequently when there's snow, and if you don't get your car washed after the winter, because you don't want it all to freeze, the salt buildup can cause a lot of corrosion issues. And so I had 4-foot sections of my brake lines blow out on that one, which was actually on my birthday. And then I managed to drop it off at the shop, walk home, back to my apartment, and then the power went out. That was a good time. But that car also eventually ended up like breaking a shock and like in such a way that it was leaning against the tire, and I went to back it out to like go get gas, and it carved like a perfect hole in the side of the tire. And at that point we're like, you know what? Enough stuff is going wrong. I'm supposed to drive like 1,200 miles the next day. So my parents helped me get a replacement for that one. Yeah. We worked it out. To sum it up, my absence properly in my life essentially did when I did what I didn't did for many dozen done. So now I'm doing plenty do's for my I knew it was only a matter of time till that joke came back up, but I did miss it. Maybe the second one. I want to join it, but happen to lack a license because you're a lost cause in terms of driving. That will be your F1 backstory. That's good. Just get real good at Mario Kart. That will convince anybody. It's fine. It's fine. Or Mario Kart, also known as the game that can like cause instant swearing and rivalries even amongst the closest groups of friends. It's good times. It's good times. All right. Warm up. I'm pretty happy with this. This is all right. It's a good starting point. If I ever wanted to come back and finish this one, I could do that. I may do some touch-ups, but not so bad. What am I doing? I'm saving. I'm saving my work is what I'm doing. Just 1 second. All right, say goodnight to Ash, everybody. I started driving. Two things really helped me practice before: watching my parents drive, or watching my parents aggressively. I really thought you were saying your parents driving aggressively. I'm like, that's not a good teacher. Two, mostly video games. I think that there is like a slight counterpoint. In theory, it shouldn't be like the most beneficial, but I do think it makes a difference. I think you kind of learn some skills about visual tracking that translate to driving. I would say that much. All right, what is today? Today's the 27th, huh? Here in Saudi, most of us are crazy drivers. Following the rules too much. Wait a minute. Is that you're a lost cause because you're, I mean, clearly too respectful, right? Is that what the issue was? All right. Saving this. This is good. And we're going to work on our CoreToons comic, which is this one, which I fully sketched and partially penciled last week. You get me. Respectfully too good for a license. I'm not ready for whenever my kids get old enough to drive. Not that I have necessarily strong concerns for any of them. I mean, one child has epilepsy, so they will not be able to get a license until that's, managed for like 2 years or something like that. It's a long span, and understandably so. But the screenshot is going to be my license. Perfect. But it's more just like I grew up, when I learned to drive, I was in a very small town. Like we were 20,000 people, not even. And that's Orlando is not that. Orlando is much bigger. Oh, Jana, so you'll see that most of my layouts are the same since the last time you were here. Frank did help me set up this, which I think is very cool. Let me do this with chat. I actually have some new commands. Did I do it right? Yay! Look at that. You can see the weather here right now. Magic Kingdom. Excuse me. That's good times. I gotta get a Camaro to spite him before those go away. My kids are not going to have a good... That's good times. I mean, there are multiple ASOS sites in the greater Orlando area, but I don't think they're so local. It's not like we've got a high density mesonet here. I mean, I've said it before. I'm pretty much in the we're just outside of Disney. That's about as specific as I'm ever gonna get on my location, but that's, you want to eat the numbers. Wait, what? What is happening right now? Orlando has been great, honestly. Yeah, it's been real nice. We've been here just 2.5 years now. Yeah, 2.5 years, and we've been real happy. I mean, where else can it be like, oh, there's a shuttle launch, let's go look out the window and watch like the space rocket jet into the sky. Oh, what? It's an hour later, let's go to the other side of the house and go see like Disney fireworks. It's kind of, we're very fortunate and we're very thankful for that. Yeah, some parts of Orlando are very city. I mean, it is, they call it the city beautiful, and it does live up to that name. California. I don't know. California seems pretty cool. I as a kid, I always wanted to live there. It's just that it's real expensive now. And also, you know, there's a bit of the fires and the earthquakes, and that's a bit of a challenge. But I think it still has a lot going for it as well, honestly. Or were you saying that like sarcastically because you are there? Well, I wasn't a baby in Florida, so I wouldn't know about the baby gator wrestling. I will tell you we have at least 2 alligators in the retention pond near our house. At least 2. I'd be good at gator wrestling. I would just talk to them until they fell asleep. That's probably how it would go for me. All right. This comic, though, I do have... I went over it with Ashley a little bit, and I knew I wasn't sure about the perspective on a few of these. And there was some confusion over the camera as we transitioned from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. That one Adam Sandler lizard movie? I don't know that one. That very pretty comment and a genuine immediate thought was that it was referring to the numbers. Yeah, so the only like Adam Sandler lizard-ish movie I can think of is Happy Gilmore with the gator that ate his mentor's hand. That movie, I haven't watched it in a long time, and I'm almost certain it hasn't aged well. Very likely. But at the time, it cracked me up uproariously. Students were trapped with a gator and they talked it to the gator. No, I've never seen that movie. But like the thing, I remember the scene where Happy is like learning how to putt by going to a mini golf course, and there's like the clown obstacle, and he gets so angry he just screams like, "You're gonna die, clown!" and he whacks off its nose with like the putter. That used to crack me up like just hysterically. Wish I could do that in the face of any danger. Yeah. I tell you what, there is a definite threshold at which gators go from being cute to being, we'll call it off-putting. I work with a lot of exotics, and that's pretty much how I respond to danger. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, because snakes and spiders, right? Or have you expanded your, and was there scorpions ever? Okay. I was curious if you expanded your repertoire. Okay. So what's confusing here is the seeming switching of the position of the trash. In my mind, I'd had it set up where camera is like, here's the trash, here's like a recycling, and here's like a compost. So camera's here, then the camera moves around to behind the cans over here for 2 and 3. And then I think what's jarring is that I had it flipping back to like over on this side for 4. And I think that's not terribly clear. So I think I need to adjust that. A scorpion soon. Cool. So is there a type of scorpion that's preferred for a domestic scorpion. The only scorpions that I've seen were the Georgia devil scorpion. We actually had 2 of them in our house back when we lived in Georgia, and I saw one out in the wild. In the wild, like on the street. It was just like crossing the road. But yeah, but what I did read is that their sting was, you know, not necessarily lethal, but terribly painful, and that's why it got the name Devil Scorpion. So that doesn't seem the best for a pet. I mean, at least that's my thought. Okay, so I need to adjust 4. I think we're just gonna simplify it and kind of keep the camera angle locked in. So if that's the case, yeah, so then I remember now. Yeah, Ashley and I were talking about this yesterday. So we'll probably switch it so that in 2, he's not actually, the camera isn't actually behind the cans, but it's coming around behind Corey, and you're seeing him in front of it, and he's kind of turning to throw it in the trash. Oh, then the only thing that I don't like about that is it doesn't make as much sense that she's diving in from that direction. That's okay. We can work with it. It's good. Most of all scorpions can be kept domestically. Can I grab one from the Arabian desert and keep it as a pet, please? I love this idea of you guys being co-pet godfathers. That's great. You guys, it chills my heart. Is that what you were saying, Alexei? Is that... It is really interesting how culturally the phrase can have kind of the opposite meaning of what you might expect from one culture to another. Also, you can, but you probably shouldn't. Fair. Okay. I learn sometimes. So really, if I was gonna do that, what I could just do is come over here in frame 2 and actually just kind of flip it. Well, not really flip it entirely. Flip these 2. So let's see what that looks like real quick. Janos, I challenge you to fit every inside joke we've ever had into a single sentence. As I apparently punched my microphone for no good reason. Alright, so what I'll do, that's good. I'll actually lift them up just a second. So that I can adjust this. I need to fill in here. Okay, that's pretty good. Flip this sound effect. Put money on it. Let's do this right now. Put money on the table. I got this. Also, I don't even know what I would wager for such a thing. What's new? If Waggy was affiliate, then I put 100 bits on it. Oh man, things are getting real now, you guys. Yeah, so the biggest thing, the biggest, most impactful thing that has been ongoing, or that happened recently was right before Thanksgiving. My dad passed away. So there was, there was stuff to work through there. But I had another, also an uncle who had been battling stage 4 cancer, and he passed away in January. Continuing with the epilepsy thing with our son. He's good, still not completely managed. I need that 1 bit just in case inflation is ruining us all. That's the truth. Those are kind of the biggest, most impactful things. It's been, those were the challenges, but then there's been, it's been exciting. We've got our anthology comic we just finished, so that Kickstarter starts next month for this. I think there's like 29 comics, 33 people teaming up to create this anthology. We'll be kickstarting and printing that as part of the Kids Comics Studio Group. CoreToons has been kind of rolling on. We're working on a big update for that. This comic will be rolling out sometime next fall with the new format, so we're excited for that. We got we did a bunch of work on spreads and stuff for our graphic novel project we're pitching, and the Kids Comics Pitch Fest is actually this weekend, and that gallery will be unveiled on Saturday. So our 2 spreads that we finished for that will be out. We're excited because a lot of editors and agents will be checking that out. And then what else? We were interviewed for a podcast. That was pretty cool. As part of marketing for the anthology that we'll be in. We sat down and talked with a guy, Barney Smith of Story Comics podcast, last week. I think at first he thought it might come out this week, but it's looking like probably it'll be later. I think we'll be episode 426. I think he just posted 423. So, yeah, there was a bit going on for a little bit. It's okay. It's, it was stuff that you work through, and it's okay. But yeah, so it's been a ride. We'll put it that way, right? Like, just good, bad. I mean, that's life in general. That's life in general. But yeah, it's been a bit of a ride lately. I'd be cool if things wanted to just like chill for a little bit. Although honestly, all the fun art stuff has been pretty great. I presented some work that I did for my day job at a conference back in January. That was pretty cool. I did it remotely, but it was cool. Yeah, plenty of stuff going on. Working on a journal article, which I'm not a great scientific writer, as it turns out. I write very, very conversationally. I'm sorry, I just cracked myself up. I looked at this, and it looks like she's like jumping in, chopping at Corey's face, and that's very much not the dynamic that our characters have. So maybe I need to, get Chloe back in the correct position of intervening on the, banana peel going in the trash. This is after all a comic about composting. Okay, there we go. Yeah, all right. I feel like that works better. then we'll just kind of, I'll take the sketch and mirror it in panel 3. Or mirror parts of it. She was that offended at the lack of composting. Absolutely. She says, get that weak stuff out of here. This is actually the first of a series that Ashley has started writing about composting. So this is just the funny, well, not just, this is the you know, it's a little bit dramatic, but it's funny in a way to grab attention and kind of bring focus in on the topic. So the text is right, but now the directional lines are wrong. So we'll fix those too. All right. I know I probably don't have to fix the sketch quite this much, but it's kind of nice to get it all right before I get in on pencils. Your friends were making fun of you for that? I mean, I've been slow to embrace any of the AI tools for composition and stuff, but it seems like it's pretty widely used. I'm a little bit surprised people would laugh about that. Excuse me. I haven't finished my coffee yet, and it's almost 11 o'clock. All right, bring the opacity down here. Bring myself over a little bit. Oh, me and my sound effects. It's all good. I think 15 was the size I was using. Too socially anxious, right? Yeah, I tell you what, emails take me a bit. It's like I sometimes get a little bit too comforted by the ability to reread and revise and make sure that I'm exactly clear in what I'm trying to say. Which is probably why it takes me so long to write emails. Hey, welcome back. Were you ordering some food? Food or something? That face is not quite. Something's going on with that face right there. Ooh, ordering a case. A scorpion case? You wanted to yap about the frustration in ChatGPT as well. Honestly, that's a valid point. And we're at such an interesting time in technology and culture, society. I'm curious, like, you know, you even see like Google advertising, like, hey, talk out your ideas with your phone. It's like it's starting to try to supplant some of those roles that other humans usually fill, which is kind of cool, but kind of strange, and maybe also slightly dystopian. I talk to ChatGPT like it's my underpaid therapist. Although I much prefer writing an email over making a phone call to a place. Like, it's just, I don't even know why. Like, I like people. I like talking to people. But like, it's like I have the feeling like I'm just gonna randomly blurt out something insane, or make a mistake, and then I'll accidentally, like, I don't even know what. It's like, this just like, maybe the mental burden of having to, like, I don't know, because it's weird. I'll talk to people in person just fine. Like, the phone is for some reason challenging for me. Unless it's someone I know real well. Then I'm pretty good. Then it's just a conversation. I haven't spoke to your therapist enough. Patiently waiting for you. Yeah, that might violate a patient confidentiality law or two. I don't know about that situation. Still in her office. She hasn't got home, Jono, so you need to call. Just kidding, that's worse. What are you doing? Yeah, some things are better just left unknown. Some things just need to be a beautiful mystery. Don't answer that. So, you guys, this is great. It's been a while. What is happening right now, guys? Oh man. But seriously, thank you for the laughter. I do apologize if I start to become delirious sounding at some point, as it was not a spectacular night of sleep for me either. But you know what? I'm here, and I'm gonna try to keep this thing going. Yes, sorry. Like that, the banana peel like that. Oh, you know what I should do? I should have the banana peel kind of like swaying away like the from the collision. I could even draw like the dust cloud. You know, Janos, I don't think I've ever heard that saying before. That's a new one. This went a very different direction than I anticipated it going. I finally remember the news I had. Congratulations, why not lead with that? That seems like a pretty big deal. Yeah, congrats, Alexei, that's awesome. Yeah, I definitely think that's a bit too comic-y. The only straight one with my close group of friends, and they all say I'm the gayest one. Is it? I don't know. Like, I don't even know. No, it's just yeah, I feel like we're at a point where there have been some stereotypes that have been so ground in that, but they like from decades and decades, but at the same time, they don't really actually encapsulate the thing. And things have changed so much in those decades that it's like, well, of course. Oh gosh, a hit and run. Yeah, is everyone okay? I hope so. Sorry, I'm here like kind of going off on my own thing. Yeah, sadly, so is his car. It's a Jeep. So what is it about Jeeps that you don't like? And also, did you know about the rubber duck thing? Because I did not know about the rubber duck thing until an extended family member got a Jeep and told us about it. And I'm still a little bit confused as to why. What's the rubber duck thing? Yeah, for people who are Jeepies, do they have a nickname? Jeepies? Jeepers? I don't know. It's like animals communicating to others in their pack. Oh. Wow, how do you destroy a Jeep? Wow. Is he okay? The whole thing with the Jeep, at least here in the States, apparently, is that if you have a Jeep, you are some way contractually obligated, morally obligated to have a bunch of rubber ducks on your dashboard. And if you meet another Jeep owner, you either exchange them, or if you don't have one, they give you one, or if they don't have one, you have to give them one. Apparently it's a thing. I didn't know this until I was told like a year or two ago. I'm glad he's okay. That's good. I don't know. My whole thing is like, what if I don't want rubber ducks? Don't tell me what to put in my car. I don't want this obligation. This weight you've put on me is too much. I can't do it. This duck is too heavy. But, I mean, if that's part of the whole family vibe that you're looking for, I guess it makes sense, too. You want to get a Jeep just for that? Just get like bulk rubber ducks. It's easier. It's so much easier. I feel like in the right circles, them's fighting words, but I don't really know enough to argue. There was a point in my life, in my youth, where I was more into car stuff, but it's been a really, really, really long time, and I just kind of haven't had the energy to invest in following or remembering things. I don't actually hate them as much as I say I do. But for their price, they're not super reliable. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I get it. Jeep will sit you down and make you feel like putting down 60 grand on a brand new Wagoneer that totally won't break down at 5 miles is a good idea. They're actually like, it's what it is. Could you imagine that being the company slogan? It is what it is. All right, so that makes panel 4 Just a little bit easier. I just shift the box over. Nope, that's a pencil, not a lasso tool. The testosterone that leaves my body during car talk. I don't know. It just, you know, there was a time that I was more knowledgeable, and that time is not now. Actually, why would I even do it that way? Why wouldn't I just fix the thing? Actually, hey, it's Besaid Island music. What is your dream car? Yes. I shouldn't call it a dream car, but it's not, but it's a car I want. So okay. Yeah. That was actually a time that I was vaguely aware of cars, and I know the design that you're talking about. And yeah. I like that one. My 90s car, my 90s car crush, was there was this teal blue Geo Tracker, which was like a really small SUV, like really like smaller than a regular Jeep, and I thought it was the coolest thing. We found a used one, and we're kind of looking at it for like when I was gonna need a car to drive, and ultimately we found out that apparently the wheelbase was super high and they were very prone to tipping, so probably good that I didn't get it, but that was my dream car. But yeah, we liked Mazdas as well. We actually, my dad had found, he spent some time working as a regional manager for a farm equipment company. So he drove around state, visited farms, helped install equipment, stuff like that, made sales calls, and he found in a barn like a 79 RX-7, like a 79 Mazda RX-7, and he bought it for like $350 or something. It wasn't in super good shape, like, you know, it was in a barn, birds were pooping on it, the paint was bubbling. But we started, and it hadn't run for years, so we were starting to work on fixing it up and getting it running. We kind of, life got busy and we kind of diverged on it. But yeah, we had that for a while, and we got it up and running. And I remember one time, like, you know, Dad's like, "Oh, you know, I'm gonna be out at work today, so can you take out the RX-7 and make sure we run it today?" I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. I'll just drive it, you know, to the gas station and around the block." And I totally flooded the engine and stalled out. And needed help from a police officer who happened to be one of my classmates' dads, so that was cool, to get started. That's a terrible first car. Technically, it was my second car. Well, it wasn't my first car. It wasn't even my second car, because I didn't really ever drive it regularly. We were working on it. I got to drive it occasionally, very, very carefully and respectfully, Alexei, and respectfully. Yeah. Yeah, but it was we were a bit of a Mazda family as well, so the Miata's a good one. All right, so I think I've largely fixed the sketch, because I can do this one, can very clearly be a recycling bin. Like that. So then I can drop the sketch down to a low opacity. I can add my new layer for pencils. Never even heard of it before. Oh, interesting. I see. That's the thing is like, there was a time in my life where maybe I was aware of stuff like that, but I definitely am not now. Oh, I never filled in that in the pencils layer on panel 3. I'm gonna do that. So the trash thing comes up to about, so that's an issue. I do need to keep these at a consistent height. Oh, wrong layer. Come on, man. Come on. I know I'm tired, but still. So yeah, do that. So there's like the little signage above it. It comes up to like there-ish. Something like that. The MX5 is kind of a cult. You should show Alexei the Miata. Do you want your Miata specifically? Because I can show that. That's fine. I'm, happy to share. It's a real trip down memory lane doing this Google image search, let me tell you. Okay, we'll do that one. That's good. Yeah. So it's funny, speaking of the 90s, there was like, I saw some headline, like, how Windows like throws all sorts of random articles at you, like, hey, read this, hey, read that. Yeah, there was one that I saw like, most people think the 90s were the last really great era and or last great decade until bad things happen. And I'm like, listen, I was there. You're not fooling anybody. The 90s were no different than any other decade. They had good things. They had bad things. I actually think that there's a lot that could have been improved on in the 90s. All right, so here it is, Alexei. Here is the 1990 Mazda Miata. 1970 Charger. I can count on you having one this year soon. Oh, that's exciting. So yeah, that's it. That's the car. It's a little guy, but it's cute. It's sporty. It's 2 seats. Oh, sorry, I scrolled down the page because I got too distracted. Yeah. Anyway. That is the Miata. That is what we're talking about. How we got here, I don't know. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I like how that bot actually just said random troll as part of its name. It's very clear about what it was here to do. And, yeah. That one's headlights are interesting. Oh, wrong panel. What am I doing? So I fixed those pencils. I can turn the sketch layer off here and come over here. Hey. I'm just about to buy some viewers for your 100% online channel. have not seen that movie. From the previews that I've seen, it seems like it's largely about him yelling at a bunch of kids to get off his lawn, except their kids might actually also be criminals. I know it was critically acclaimed, right? Like it's a certified good movie. I don't know. My problem is I'm not always into all the stuff that's like gonna get the big awards, the Oscars, the super dramatic stuff. I'm not like, and it's not that I dislike it when I see it. It's more that it's just like I don't really care to take the time to see it because I'm like, I got enough drama going on, guys. Thanks. Can I just watch something fun? So what is it about? Because I don't actually, I don't have any current plans to see this movie. I'm not trying to avoid spoilers, although also it's been out for, a while. So I think we're out of spoiler territory. A beautiful Ford Torino. I misread that as Gran Turismo. Wait, did they make a movie of that too? Did they? Was there a Gran Turismo movie where they tried to adapt it? I love when they try to adapt games that don't actually have a story into a movie just to cash in on the name. That might be a bit much on the hair there. That might be a bit much. I don't know. I don't know. Something like that. Based off of a true story, a guy who won a race because he learned how to race from that game. Interesting. Yep, that's a tangent. Must avoid at all costs. Your friend preached that movie to the moon and back. I love it. I know, I think it's really fun when people are like, they're passionate about like very specific things. And they're things that like are usually like maybe not necessarily super divisive topics. It's just they care a whole lot about it, and it's kind of fun. Actually, I could probably just draw the arm more like that. That makes more sense to me. Whoop. Fix that. Okay, okay. Oh, that's really touching. That's really cool. Yeah. I think some of the... I'm trying to think, when is like the cutoff? Because like more and more of the systems of cars over the years have become computerized, and it's like a little bit... It's definitely a little bit harder, I feel like, to do that kind of like real restoration work yourself on a lot of newer cars, but not that they would need as extensive restoration, but I was curious. I think there's like a definite cutoff where it may be like you may not see after a certain year like as much in terms of like restoration projects on cars, unless they're, you know, again, cars from before a certain cutoff. This is why I have a lot of respect for Mazda. Yeah. Like that. So. Yes, the Miata is small, confirmed. Well, how are you going to work that one out? I mean, I would suggest going to a car show and figuring that out before buying it. I mean, I guess if you're going to buy it from somewhere, in theory, you're going to be able to you know, sit in it before you make that purchase. Oh, also, this is way high compared to what I've established from the other panels. Yeah, that's okay. That works. That's a shape. So it's a little under chest level there. Well, no wonder that was awkward, because I had him reaching up really high for some reason. Frank! Hey, what's up? Man, the whole gang is here. This is incredible. Wait, did my notification not actually come through? Well, you know, Frank, I just didn't want to disturb your Xbox time. I saw you were streaming Xbox this week. How's it going tonight? And welcome on in. I was showing Janos and Alexei the weather command that you set up, because that's pretty fun. Well, Daisy's part of the crew, but she's usually like pop in, say something deeply insulting to you, pop out kind of presence. I love it. Everyone just loves Alexei. That's awesome. No to Daisy ban. I gotta say, Janos and Frank, it is rare the number of times that you have both been in chat. In fact, for a while, I was like, there's kind of a weird Clark Kent Superman thing going on there. It was kind of funny. I mean, Twitch emotes are nothing if not highly spammable, I will say. And so then the signage part came up to about just below the shoulder, like that ish. Maybe it's a little high. I will live with it. That's fine. We're the same person. I was beginning to have questions, guys. Seriously. Maybe I need to move this up just a wee bit. Wait, I almost came back to stream with someone banned? Wait, what? Mean coming back to stream and you'd ban Daisy? Is that what we're talking about? Or am I just totally missing the point? The reason behind the Mostly Dead title for stream tonight is because I was up at basically started my day at 5 with a kiddo being up today, so I'm a little tired. Oh no. There's a person you had to ban on your crew? Oh no! What happened? Also, yes, Janos, I'm gonna try to read that even in my tired state, and we're gonna see. I did do a did that didn't do the did. I didn't do the diddle and donato. Donato. I like that one, donato. Where they went to your side when I hyped you up. Okay. No, I don't think so. Sorry, that was just me. No, I think all is good. I did have a bot just a few minutes ago that like literally had, I think, what did I say it was again, guys? It was like random troll was part of the name. Like it was, like, at least they advertise what they are. That's good times. Yeah, random trolls Roblox. Like, all right, cool. And no, it wasn't Daisy. I figured Daisy's. I mean, don't get me wrong. Daisy definitely likes to do the insults, but she seems in general pretty well within the rules. Can I write a book called Jeff's Laws of Physics? Well, we know that objects in motion tend to stay in motion. That was number one, the first rule. What other laws of physics can we get in there? Like, what else can we do? An object at rest slays the test? I don't really know. I've gotta mess up more so we can have more fun rules. Roblox. Alright, so what I should do is probably just move this entire layer up so we can get Chloe's arm a little bit more in there. You're right, that'll be easy for you, I'm sure. Oh, just ask my team members or my supervisor who proofread my first draft of my journal article. I definitely can mess up things. It's all good. Having a book entirely written based on grammatical mess ups is kind of hilarious. Oh yeah, absolutely. I used that book as reference for my sister's physics assignments. Oh, please spare your poor sister and don't. Now maybe I should, The problem... I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I need to move the sound effect down. Because I want it to be clear that he's dropping it in compost. Like that. So we'll bring the sound effect down. Also... Well, I don't... So that's a little challenge now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't want to make it seem like he's dropping it on Chloe's face. That would be not good. That would be pretty terrible. That's a bad lesson to teach to children. The worst, in fact. That's so bad. Maybe like don't. Nobody needs to be learning about Waggy's flawed laws of physics. Remember, empathy always grows in a closed system. That's how it works. Can anybody tell me the actual correct word? I know you guys know this. So maybe smaller. Actually, what if I... Wait. What if I do this? Okay. That idea, literal garbage. So, drops it in here. It says, you know, sign says... compost. I can just draw an emanada line and... the sound effect coming from that. Say no to empathy. that's say no to empathy. Say yes to entropy. That's it. That's it. That's the t-shirt, guys. Fit a little CoreToons reference inside my CoreToon, because why not? You know, okay. I'm gonna drink a drink of water, and then I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to read that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through, but I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna do it. Sadly, I very coolly left my main water bottle at a friend's house this weekend, so I have this one, which takes a really long time to open, but it's otherwise good. Say yes to acting respectfully. In general, I'm in favor of empathy, actually. But I like the chaotic energy of replacing it with entropy. All right, here we go. You know, I once did a do that didn't do the do that I wanted it to did. So I did a do that did the do that the did that does that did my done doesn't did do doeth though knoweth the doneth that do thou dideth the thine dones sir donethan. That was hard. That was really hard. I'm up for the challenge. I'm gonna do this until I'm just completely talking gibberish. I have one that's a bit easier. Oh no. I feel like things always go south when this is gold. Okay. Listening to that out loud made that so much better. You know, could... we could almost, the programmer side of me wants to automate a command that randomly generates. It would pick like probably a random length within a set range, and then cycle the tenses / variations on do and done Wag stream, but everyone must only address nouns and verbs with do and did. Oh, goodness. Oh, that would be absolute chaos. All right, but I'm ready for Alexei's. Yeah, I don't think I have an actual command in my... Well, that's not actually me, technically. Technically, that's not me with the J, but... So, Frank, what were you streaming on Xbox? I didn't have a chance to come over and see, but I was very curious. I was going to come in and make a joke about the days of my youth, except, like, I think your caption was like, it's 2017, and... You know, I definitely already had 2 kids by that point. Mr. C owned a saw, and Mr. Soar owned a seesaw. Had Soar seen C's saw before C sawed Soar's seesaw, C's saw would not have sawed. I like that. So, I have to tell you, my favorite Dr. Seuss book growing up. Thank you, Frank. I like it. You know, even though it's Jeff with a J. Alright, where are you? Where are you, Fox and Socks? Up, up, up. Come on, man. We have to... There you are. I was like, we have to still have this one. This guy. This guy was my favorite growing up. I read this one over and over again, which is probably why I enjoy all the do the did stuff. What's the... Let's go to one of the harder ones. Okay. I don't know if you can even see this. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Fox and Socks, it is a notorious Dr. Seuss book of tongue twisters. Forgot about that part. Worcester? I am actually very confused. I've heard people say it that way, and also Worcester, and I don't really know the right way. I am trying to keep up with chat here for a second. You also got a new snake and 2 new cats. Did the previous snake, is that one still doing well? You got rid of the mites, right? I feel like you won that battle the last time that we talked, maybe. But all right. So yeah, this is like the Dr. Seuss tongue twister book. Excellent. When beetles battle beetles in a puddle, battle, and the beetle battle puddle is a puddle in a bottle. They call this a tweedle beetle bottle puddle paddle battle muddle. And when beetles fight these battles in a bottle with their paddles, and the bottle's on a poodle and the poodle's eating noodles, they call this a muddle puddle tweedle poodle beetle noodle bottle paddle battle. Yeah, it's a good time. This is what I grew up reading. So the tongue twister stuff is very fun for me, and I enjoy it, you know, attempting it. Mites couldn't handle my... I don't know what that means. I don't know. I'm assuming that does not mean that you sat on the snake. Worcestershire? Thankfully, no. I just get so, like, Ashley and I at this point, we just actually call it woo-woo sauce at this point, instead of actually trying to pronounce the name of the sauce correctly, having heard so many conflicting versions. Where's it? Woo-woo sauce. Yeah, woo-woo sauce. That's what we call it. It's woo-woo sauce. It works for me. That's for sure. Okay, so let's turn off sketch. Compost trash is on the right. Recycle here. So I do need to be careful with my labels a little bit. That sounds like an innuendo. You know, I guess I hear it now that you say so, but I didn't think of that way before. Keep your woo sauce to yourself. Okay. I hear what you're talking about, respectfully. You need to get a copy of that book to give everyone in Saudi an aneurysm. I mean, if it would cause legitimate health issues, no, please don't do that. But if it would give everyone a good laugh, then absolutely. It's like a weird item in The Sims. You're so right. Okay, should I have a background in here? Like a little bit, some trees? Probably. Still 2 more days until it's over. Okay. So maybe I only need... Yeah, if I could probably erase the label here. And have like the little icon type thing, like a wastebasket. The waggy wagged his wagster, and with motion and lotion, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I can't do it, Captain. I can't do it. It's a month counted by the lunar calendar, so it could end on the 29th or the 30th. Okay. I thought I recalled it being like a month-long thing from what I'd heard, so thank you for sharing. Y'all are gonna have to find a new name for that one. I think I ruined it. I might have a bit of an eye twitch now whenever it comes up, but that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm okay. I'm not crying. You're crying. Call it war sauce. That is way more intense. That's for sure. So okay. So. Do kind of want to add like a little bit of, you know, scenery in the background, trees. War Cheshire. It's close enough. I like it. War sauce. Change approved. Change approved. I never thought about the fact that orc was actually in our name. That's hilarious. That my latest D&D character for our library campaign is in fact an orc, so it kind of works out. I never even made the connection. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't know why I felt the need to whisper that. But apparently now we're switching to ASMR mode, so you guys are in for a treat. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what that sounded like for you, and I really apologize. I'm tired and I chugged coffee to keep things going. So that might have fine. I'm sorry. Was that not good? Was that audio a little rough? Was that not ASMR? I'm pretty sure that was ASMR. I've read that and done. I regret it. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, you know what? The laugh feels good, but I really am sorry, guys, for your ears, and I apologize for having good hearing. I'm sorry, guys. That was. I will avoid such ASMR streams in the future. I will not do that again. We'll go with that. Okay. I'm pretty happy with these pencils. It's 1:45. I could start inking. We're pretty happy with the first panel. So I could at the very least start inking that one, and that would be good. And then I'll probably show the other panels to Ashley just to show the adjustments and make sure she's on board with that. And then we'll go from there. Well, this is good. You tried ASMR and that's what matters. He has a hidden talent for it. Keep it hidden. I don't think... Oh, Alexei, oh my gosh. I don't think the sound was respectful, but the attempt maybe was. Oh, you guys. Okay. All right, so that's definitely, we'll pin that one firmly to the never again board, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on with our lives. Oh, sorry about that. I can keep it together, I swear. Jack could just start a comedy club with me as the muse. Oh no. I'm a little bit afraid of what that would look like. But hey, you're all allowed to live your own lives. Probably no different from how it is now, just mildly worse. So those hilarious ASMR videos that get really loud for no reason. I'm not actually familiar with that. I'm just really bad at ASMR. I was trying to be silly. I wasn't trying. We'll show you the same respect you showed our ears. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, what? Oh goodness, I am unfamiliar with these. This sounds bonkers, but in a good way? killing themselves or falling down. I have not seen or heard any of these. Janos, what? I feel evil, but one time my wife was trying to sleep, so I played one of those and boosted the volume so it went from calm to screaming. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh. Wait, what? No, I have not heard of that lo-fi video. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That's a mean joke. If like for people who do listen to it to go to sleep. So I guess that's a PSA. Always pre-scan whatever music you intend to sleep to. Does that make it clear that that's his mouth chewing something and not like his nose? Didn't everybody see that as his nose until I did that? Listen to 5 hours of the Skyrim intro to sleep. So that works. Although I have to honestly admit I've never played Skyrim. I'm sure it's excellent. I just haven't. There's a lot of games I haven't played in the last 5 to 10 years. You see it? Well, he's chewing, right? Like it's supposed to look goofy because he's chewing. Looks like a monkey. Fair. I mean, he is eating banana. This is like a side of YouTube I have not seen yet. To play these for Waggy so he can understand real ASMR. Oh no. You can unironically fall asleep to a playlist of that? Oh my goodness. Did you, Janos, did you ever see any of those like early 2000s mock like G.I. Joe PSAs? Where I think they just voiced over, like edited them and voiced over them with completely alternate lines, and I think most of them they were around pre-YouTube, but most of them have found their way to YouTube at this point. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Like those types of ones always like hit kind of a very like ridiculous humor sweet spot for me. What are these videos, Alexa? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Ugh. It's like I almost want to listen to hear, is it like done in a way that's actually quiet and calming, or is it just... No, I haven't. I'm guessing that's a Twilight parody, would be my assumption. It's definitely not quieter. Gotcha. So maybe I'll draw her in, and then if I need to adjust the size, I can always do that. Yeah, do you guys really? Were you ever in, like, did you ever enjoy the original movies out of curiosity? Oh, you hate them. Okay. 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 That's fine. No big deal. No, admittedly, Ashley and I had a definite phase where we enjoyed the Twilight books and movies. Just to be open about it. But I respect your opinion. This hand is not coming out right. I can already tell. The books, okay, I understand. The movies... Can I list more of the ASMR just because Waggy has such a funny reaction to them? Respectfully. Alright, pick a couple more good ones. I'm going to be wrapping up pretty soon. In case it wasn't obvious that I'm quickly becoming less coherent. As the tiny hamster in my brain struggles to keep up with the frenzied pace of the wheel. That hand is not right. Come on, man. Come on. Hands are easy, right? Wait, why are you lonely? Don't you have a literal life partner now? I mean, you're always welcome here. Don't get me wrong. That will never change. I'm not. I'm just dramatic. Oh, well, that I totally get. That's fine. Okay, maybe I'm using also too big of a brush size here, and it's making it hard to fit everything in. Yes, fingers are all always the same size. That's a good way to draw. Fingers are always the same length. Every single one. Every single one. It's a biological fact. Come on, man. Well, to be fair, the general channel I have playing is the Game Chops Video Game Study Lounge. Now, you will hear different music on there than just video games. They've had, obviously, Mandalorian tonight. I've also heard Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Do you want any hints? Like, say why? Why? Who? Why? Who? Why? And actually, I realized I don't have a great hint. But I could tell you what it's from. Well, I haven't played the game, so I don't know a good hint. I know it's... Give you a hint. Think Greek alphabet. All right, Alexei, I feel like you've got this better than I do, so I'm gonna let you do it, because I'm failing utterly. Ruins. You fall into the ruins. Yep, almost had it. Not quite. Oh wait, is that also an Undertale? I haven't played either one. It was listed with Deltarune in the title, but I know they are related. Video game trivia master. Okay. That hand is acceptable. It's less jank, and I'm okay with that. I just want to finish drawing Chloe, and then I'm gonna call it after this bit of ink. Call it on the art part. Ash is seething in jealousy. Oh, my favorite indie game. Right now? I say right now, but I don't play a lot of games, so it's actually been out for quite a while. But Celeste, I would say. Your friend introduced you to his cousin who's going through an Undertale hyperfixation. It felt like looking at little me. Aw. I haven't played Hollow Knight. I've definitely watched quite a bit. Dead Cells. Okay. I'm vaguely aware of that one. Alright, you know what? Given the hand adventure that I just had, I'm just gonna stop while I'm still ahead. It would have been funnier if I said that while I just inked the head, but I missed that boat. So I'm gonna go ahead and just save my work right now. And I'm gonna hop over to just chatting. because I think Brain is done with art time. Brain is no more art now. Hey, it's me. I can keep this up for a really long time. Nice. I mean, I am always here for art time. Waggy looking like that is the next closest thing to that one Joker insanity picture. Well, that wasn't quite what I was going for, but that's, you know, maybe. No, that was probably worse. That was probably worse. But on the bright side, it's not ASMR. It's not. We're good. I am loving the positive vibes in chat today. It's been good. It's been real good. I'd rather have the ASMR. Wait, but this one with the thing, and this was like that. That was assaulting your comfort. Zero respect for my eyes and ears. As much as I hate to remind anybody that they don't have to watch, you don't technically have to watch, but I like having you here, so thanks for being here. That's cool. Zero respect for my eyes and ears. Well, I've got some notes to work on, and that's good. I know. It's the dynamic we have. It's good times. It's good times. My brain is just cell by cell going to bed. And that's an interesting feeling. Likewise, I'm glad you're here. It's so good to see you. Like, yeah, I've been thinking about reaching out just to check in and see how you were doing, since I knew you were pretty wiped out the last time I'd seen you. Wanted to make sure you're doing okay, but I'm glad you came in. That was awesome. Let's see. So, as we're kind of rounding things out. Oh, just through Twitch. Just send you a whisper on Twitch to see if you were okay. That's all I can do. And if you don't happen to go to Twitch, then that way would have not really done much. But that's it. that's all I got. Yeah, this is the only channel of communication I have. But yeah, rounding things out tonight, I did want to just do announcements real quick. So sometime in the near future, maybe the next week, possibly, Barney will finish editing the podcast that Ashley and I were on, and that'll go up on YouTube. And we'll post that probably on our Instagram, and at the very least, I'll mention it, and possibly drop the link for anyone who wants to see it next time. The next time I stream after whenever it goes live. Also, our Pitch Fest work will be viewable. I think they're publicly opening up the gallery for the Pitch Fest. That's this weekend. So if you're curious about our graphic novel project, that will be out there, Kids Comic Studio Pitch Fest. And I will be keeping you guys posted on the Anthology stuff. We're now less than 30 days from the launch of our Kickstarter. And as we near that and go into the actual crowdfunding campaign, I'll probably be doing some stuff on stream here, either during our usual time slot, or I might do some extra streams. See if I can have some guest time with some of the other creators on the Anthology, some of the other folks who helped put it together, just to have some art fun, really. Yeah, but we'll see. I was planning on doing something like that because it's fun, and also it helps to generate a little bit of recorded content and clips for their social media for marketing the book. which is nice too. Me too, thanks. You know, honestly, that's all I'm really going for. To do a little bit of art, have a little bit of fun, laugh, not take ourselves too seriously. It's good. It's good. The plushies in the back, yes. So fun fact, these do not live here all week long. I actually I actually keep these in my room, and then they come down and join me for stream, so it's good. It's good. This is one of the few places that's encouraged. You know what? If my display of ASMR did not confirm that, I don't know what would. Absolutely. Joyful idiocy in the name of fun and goodwill is what we do here. It's what we do here. That might have been an overstatement. But we don't take ourselves too seriously. We're not, you know, not going crazy. Okay, my brain's done. My brain's done. I got very little left in the tank. But I think that covers all the announcements. I'll be back next week, at the very least next week. Well, there goes my voice. Next week, Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern time here in the States, per usual. I'll try to put notices up on Instagram if we're planning anything else in between. I am trying to remember to do a few quiet streams where I will not be on mic or camera. I'll just be drawing. Because there's some evenings where I'm just sitting doing art while Ash and I are watching TV. And hey, I'm happy to share that with anybody who wants to watch. So this is the safe place for silliness. I can 100% get behind that statement. Yes, and yeah, I've been having a great time tonight. Thanks for cracking me up, guys. Thanks everybody. Yeah, Janos, it's so good to see you back. Alexei, always pleasure to have you. Frank, if you're still watching, hey, it was good to see you. I hope we sorry we didn't get a chance to chat a bit more, but I'll catch you next time. Anybody else? Thanks for being here. As always, this is a lurk positive environment, so I just appreciate you being here and enjoy sharing things with you. If you enjoyed your time here, make sure to drop a follow here on Twitch. If you're watching the VOD as well. Otherwise, if you're watching it over on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, click like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Especially if you see anything you like. My fellow viewers, enjoy your does as the did comes to a done, for the doing shall now did the does no longer don't. And as always, I will take a second to stall for time because I forgot to load my stream ending animation, and there it is. But yeah, I just thank you everybody for being here. Alexei and Janos, thanks for the lively chat. You guys, it's been a good time. I hope you both and everybody out there have a great rest of your day, night, week, and yeah, I'll see you next time, friends. Thanks again. Bye. The respectfulest of respectful goodbyes.